Time for the podcast.
We discussed the Sirius building. Brendan Jones, you haven't struck me as, all the years I've known you, as a protester.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, you'll mouth off on the radio.
Sure.
But to put your legs where your mouth is is a yoga move.
I was there. I was one of the people at a rally defending the Sirius building. And there it is, an edifice over our city.
It's now been opened, and we saw it on the news. It looks incredible.
Sure,
$35 million is what one of the rooms is going for.
It's an enclave for big richies, but at least it's still
you protested to get those big richies into that house, Brendan. Good on you. We talk about embarrassing rescues. The New South Wales State of Origin team was having a pool day. They had a wave pool. All the press were invited along. Poor old Jerome Luai had a bit of a bad turn and had to be rescued.
All the news beat it up. He nearly died. And poor old Jerome's just going, oh, great.
Well, embarrassing. Yes, it was.
This dovetails nicely. Hoppo from Bondi Rescue is joining us on this podcast.
We also look at some more people who should shut their pie holes, some more flat earthers who are joining the list. And New York gets its rubbish bins for the first time. As an Australian, I find this quite extraordinary. They've always just put their rubbish out in garbage bags on the street and wonder why they have a problem with rats.
Enjoy the podcast.
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda.
Miss Keller. Amanda.
Doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles. Congratulations, Mandy. We're on the radio right now.
What is it, you nutface?
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
But you're an idiot.
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Well, hello there, Amanda. How are you today?
I'm well, and how are you going?
I am very, very well. I feel great.
Good.
It's Wednesday. Everything seems to be peachy.
We had some ratings yesterday.
Radio ratings. The Wolves are away from the door again.
Yes, we're very grateful to anyone who listens to us, and thank you. We only get ratings 8 times a year. And television, they come out every day. Mm-hmm. So they're a little more nerve-wracking when you only get them 8 times a year.
Yep. But as I said, the Wolves are now gone away from the door.
We're very happy, thank you.
So this is good. I was just doing some further research on how possibly we could improve our game in the various demographics. Did you want to hear how we get in the demographics?
Yeah.
So
it's all broken down as to who's listening and when.
So it goes from all people, 10 plus. So presuming maybe we should get into the market of the kids under 10, the little kids.
But why would they listen to us?
Why wouldn't they? Because in the 10 to 17s, we did all right. We got up 0.9.
Oh, that's pretty good.
We're on 6.9.
What are we doing to entertain the 10 to 17s? Who knows?
I think it's a lot of the stuff that I bring to the table.
Your
Maybe
maths.
it's the little dollies. The dollies do it all. So we're 6.9. So we're up 0.9. But if you compare that to, say, Kyle and Jackie O.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they tanked it in the 10 to 17s. They went down from 21 to 16.5. So that's
Have we taken their 10 to 17s?
Maybe we have. Maybe we're hip with the kids. We'll have to get like a Bluey triple play on or something. Is that what 10 to... No, 10 to 17s, they're all stealing cars and scaring old ladies. We don't want that.
They're not all eshays.
They all should go to jail. Okay,
Oh, wow.
18 to 24s. Now, this is where we're getting into the juicy demographics. 18 to 24s, we're up 0.2.
Is that good or bad?
We're not doing well. We're on 7. So KISS are killing us. They're on 21.9.
But their content leads to younger people than we do.
I know. Well, maybe we could bring a bit of that content.
Oh, bot talk.
Yeah, well, mate.
Up the front talk.
Can you express some breast milk or something? So that's what the kids like, apparently. 25 to 30. Oh, gee, we suck in the 25 to 39s. They don't like us. We're 6.3. We went down 0.3. 40 to 54s, which used to be our bread and butter. See, this is where it all
People
goes
are too gluten-free now.
KISS are beating us in 40 to 54s, right? So we went down, what's happened? We went down 2.8 in that demo.
Which one? I've lost track
The
of what
40
you're
to
saying.
54s,
Okay.
that's the key demo. That's the ones that spend the money. Oh, look at this. We're killing it in the oldies, 55 to 64.
Can you not say that's oldies? Because that actually is you and me.
That is, when I started here, I was 37. I used to say, I'm not interested in the oldies. Now
Can we not age shame people, please?
So 17.3, we went up 2.8. We're king of the world in 55 to 64.
Let's own it. Let's love it.
Yeah, and then in the 65 plus, we tanked a bit there, but, come on.
Let's not age shame them either. You were about to, weren't you? And thought, don't, because before you know it, we'll be in that demographic.
Maybe throughout the show we could probably just do a little bit of a say for the Magnificent Seven right here, right now. We could just do a little bit of a survey on what we can do to improve your listening pleasure.
Okay.
And why wouldn't we? Because we're giving away $500 with The Chase.
$500 cash from Channel 7's The Chase is the prize. Do you want to hear question number 1?
This is for the Magnificent Seven.
Yes,
BTW.
it is. What is a sugar glider?
Jam Nation. We have for you the Magnificent Seven. There are 7 questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say.
Well, I'll remind you that our prize today is thanks to The Chase on Channel 7, $500 cash. Ooh. Ka-ching.
Ka-ching indeed. And also the Sydney radio ratings were out yesterday and the Wolves were kept away from the door.
We're very happy and thank you.
Well, don't sound too needy.
I'm not needy. I'm grateful.
We're happy.
I'm grateful that anyone listens to us.
But there is always room for improvement.
Oh, well, listen to yourself, Brendan. Barbecue chicken.
Let's not turn on each other.
Well, you told me not to be needy. Then you said, what's your room for improvement?
Okay, so I've just got a series of questions for each of the contestants on the Magnificent Seven, starting with you, Belinda of Winston Hills.
Hello, Belinda.
Hello, Belinda.
Hello.
How old are you, Belinda?
I'm 54.
Okay, well, we don't need to ask you anything because we're killing it in that demographic. Okay, so that's it. You're happy with us?
I am. Just less Roxette.
I said for Roxette.
Yeah, less Roxette.
You want less Roxette or more?
Yeah, I think I'm in that same camp.
less.
I like Roxette. What's your beef with Roxette?
I think I'm in the same camp,
You and Ugly
Belinda.
Phil, you don't like Roxette. Because you guys are rock stars, man.
Well, Belinda, thank you for that survey of 1. Question number 1, what's a sugar glider?
It's a little possum, a little marsupial possum.
It is.
True or false, Einstein was an accomplished violinist.
Oh, true.
It's true.
He did. He played to relax.
Yeah, and think, I was wondering if he got his hair stuck in it. He said apparently his violin fetched $500,000 at a New York auction.
That's pretty good value, really.
I would have thought it'd go for more than
With
that.
John Lennon's piano, that went for like $1 million.
Mm-hmm. Question number 3. Let's play Cover Me.
Cover me! Cover me! I got you covered, boss.
Belinda, Fergie here, not Sarah Ferguson, the former Duchess of York. We're talking about Fergie the singer. She's covering which famous song?
Oh, say, can you see?
Yikes.
By the dawn's early light.
She drunk.
What's so bright?
Wow.
It went for 15 hours. Any ideas there, Belinda?
I think it's the Star-Spangled Banner.
Sure is.
Did she get vilified for that version?
What do you think?
Why'd she choose to go crazy on it?
Tell you what, it's a great anthem. Out of all the anthems.
It is a good anthem.
Have you ever been to America when they sing that anthem?
Yeah.
You're standing up saluting. You're proud
You
to
want to be
American.
American for that
Killer
nanosecond.
anthem.
Question number 4 for you, Belinda. This is multiple choice. Only 3 objects have ever been uncovered from the Great Pyramid of Giza. This is a particular pyramid. There's a ball, a hook, and what? Is it A, a piece of wood, B, an old jar, C, a roll of toilet paper? We assume there were more things, but they'd been stolen. Ryan?
What?
No, Belinda was about to answer.
No, I'm sorry. That's
Oh, wow. Sorry, Belinda.
Forever.
You'll lose her demographic.
No, we've got that demographic stitched
But when
up.
Belinda goes, they'll all go.
You're sounding too panicky. Come on. Come on. What's the matter? Do I have to slap you around like we're on the front? Come on, soldier. Don't give up.
I'm not giving up, but wow, Ryan, you're being ageist in buzzing her out so early.
Actually, I'll ask Ryan a series of questions from our recent ratings because these are the demographics we could fix on.
Yeah.
How old are you?
26.
Right. What's your favourite song?
Ooh, that we play on WS?
Don't make me buzz you out. Hurry up.
I don't know, something by Drake.
Okay. What can Jonesy and Amanda do more of to improve your listening pleasure?
I need more of that Gen Y Rye guy on the air.
Okay.
Survey of none.
13 WSFM.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
The Magnificent Seven. We find ourselves at question number 4.
It's going to Andrew in Buxton. Hello, Andrew.
Good morning, how are you?
Very well. Jonesy would like to conduct a survey with you.
Have you got your survey pants on there, Andrew?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
We had the radio ratings yesterday, and here's the demographics that we can improve on. Are you 10 to 17 years of age?
No.
I think said we did well in that demographic.
No, we could do better with the kids. We're only 6.9. How old are you, Andrew?
54, like the previous caller.
So you're right in our demographic. We don't need to ask you any further questions. What's your favourite song?
I like a bit of Chisel.
Okay. We play a lot of them. What can Jonesy and Amanda do more of to improve your listening
I'm not comfortable
pleasure?
with this line of questioning, really. It makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, put Ryan on a bit more and have a bit of joke with him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is this Ryan's dad?
Man.
Okay.
Yeah, have a bit of a joke with him.
Thank you for being...
Thanks, Andrew.
They drove.
Are you sorry you're asking now, Jonesy?
No,
Are you sorry you've opened this can
I
of
want
worms?
to get the information.
Andrew, here we are also with, let's do this competition while we're here. Only 3 objects have ever been uncovered from the Great Pyramid of Giza. A ball, a hook, and what? A piece of wood, an old jar, or a roll of toilet paper?
Piece of wood.
A piece of wood.
A piece of
Let's say
wood.
A piece of wood.
We've got a special question flown in from the Chase.
There's the orchestra bringing it in now.
Thank you. Here's your Chase question. The modern Olympic flame is typically first lit at which archaeological site?
It's multiple choice. It's too hard otherwise.
It's pretty much everyone knows this.
Good choice.
You want the multiple choice?
Yeah.
Give Andrew the multiple choice.
Yeah.
We're trying to keep him happy with his demographic.
Is it Olympia, Mount Olympus, or the Acropolis?
Mount Olympus.
No, I would have thought that too.
Thank you, Andrew. We got Robin at Penshurst.
Hi, Robin.
Morning, guys. How are you?
Very well. How old are you, Robin?
I'm right in your wheelhouse. I'm 58.
All right, great. Welcome. Thank you.
No questions for you then.
So the modern Olympic flame is typically first lit at which archaeological site? Is it Olympia or the Acropolis?
Olympia.
It is Olympia.
The Disney classic movie The Lady and the Tramp features a kiss between 2 dogs sharing what food?
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
So romantic.
Oh, they're off the carbs these days, those dogs. Hollywood dogs. Question number 7. Here we go, Robin. $500 is on the line. A sequel has just been announced for which 2000s cult classic movie? Can I give a clue? Because that's tough.
Yeah, I need a clue.
Jonesy's waving his arms and saying no.
We're playing for sheep stations here. Lara's in Menai.
That question is so generic.
Yeah.
I read this story and I still wouldn't know that this related to that.
Lara's in Menai.
Hi, Lara.
Hi, hello to you both.
Okay.
Hello.
Lara, what demographic are you?
Mid-40s.
Mid-40s, okay.
We need to work harder with
we
our
can
mid-40s.
pull our socks up
I
in
bet
our
you're going to give
mid-40s.
Lara a clue.
Well, I'd like to because I want to win Lara over because we're not doing well in the... We used to reign supreme. We used to rule that demographic and now we don't anymore.
Well, Lara, here's the question. I'll give you a slight clue. A sequel has just been announced for which 2000 cult classic movie starring Meryl Streep?
Devil Wears Prada?
That's the one. Lara, tell all your friends that you won $500
Indeed.
with Jonesy and Amanda.
I will.
Good on you, Lara.
I definitely will. Great.
Congratulations to you. You've also won $500 from the Channel 7 The Chase. The Chase tonight, 5 o'clock on 7 and 7 Plus, and Jonesy and Amanda caricatures for the colouring and some Sailor pencils. And anything you'd like to add to that, Lara? What can Jonesy and Amanda do more of to improve your listening pleasure?
Play more Bon Jovi.
More Bon Jovi.
Add that to the list.
Okay.
And also, she doesn't want to hear from Gen Y Rye.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
You're live on the air. Live and kick it. It's a great day to be alive. And away we go.
I'm going to flick through the Jalmanac, our big book of musical facts. Oh, what a classic. On this day in 1974, the Rolling Stones released their hit, It's Only Rock and Roll, But I Like It. What a song. Everyone knows the song. Everybody. Do you remember, though, this cover from 1999?
Would it be enough for your cheating heart?
If I broke down and cried. If I
Spice Girls. I know it's only rock and roll, but I like it.
This was released as a single to raise money for Children's Promise. I've never heard
What's Children's Promise?
Well, it's a charity.
Never do that again.
Children's Promise to be deaf. It includes...
Haven't they suffered enough, the
It
children?
includes every performing artist from the 90s you can imagine. Here's a list of some. Keith Richards, Mary J. Blige. You say Blige or Blige? Blige, thank you. Ozzy Osbourne, Womack and Womack, Lionel Richie, The Cranberries, James Brown, Spice Girls, Mick Jagger, Robin Williams, Annie Lennox, Natalie Imbruglia, B.B. King, Eric Idle, and of course your favourites, Brendan, S Club 7. Wow, it's like We Are the World, but with worse hair. Let's go back to the original, shall we? Released
please.
on this day in 1974.
Jam Nation.
Basically. WSFM, hello there, it's Jonesy and Amanda. You know, they were playing Vancouver when I was there, the Rolling Stones.
Yeah, they're going, they're still going.
I thought I might see Mick just wandering around. That's the beauty of Instagram. Mick, I follow him, and there he is just getting an ice cream.
Yeah, I'm in the back streets of Spain. Thanks, Spain.
Having an ice cream. And
He probably just looks like some old guy doing exactly
Barcelonian
that.
is throwing water at him, saying, "Go home, gringo."
And that's all it takes to impregnate someone around him.
I see sunny. 19 in the city and out west. Right now it's 9 degrees. It's 6:45.
I saw something yesterday that I thought is perfect. Have a listen to this. A gift that you can give a friend is threaten to come and stay with them for the weekend and then cancel at the last second. So they panic cleaned and then they just get to enjoy a clean place without having to host anybody. That is the dream. So that way, plans are cancelled, hurrah, and your house is clean and you get to enjoy it for yourself without the stress of hosting anybody. Because cancelling plans, even if it's something you've been looking forward to, having someone cancel is the biggest gift you can give someone. And that, plus the gift of a clean house. What a win.
What sort of life are you living?
Does that not make any sense to you?
No, not really.
I think most of us, there's a thrill, and I'm the same. If something gets cancelled, even something I'm really excited about, it's a bit like I've got out of an exam at school. It feels great.
Yeah.
Somehow you're off the hook. You're freed up to do nothing.
Yeah.
And to do that with a house that you've panic cleaned and you go, well, doesn't the house look great? And there's no one here. What a dream.
You get to bask in...
Do you understand it?
I do hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, when it all starts, threaten a friend of yours with you coming over. So what does that say about your relationship?
Say it again.
Threaten a friend of yours that you're coming over.
It doesn't say that. Oh, yeah, it does. It says, it says threaten to come over.
So clearly you're not that close.
No, it is. You can be your best friend in the world, but if they say I'm coming to stay for a weekend, there's a frisson of anxiety around it.
Because I'm imagining, you're... So let's just role play this a bit. You're like Indora from Bewitched.
Yeah, sure. I sit at home in my caftans. It's exactly what I do.
Your green eyeshadow.
That's what I do.
And then, poof, the old witch shows up.
A witch friend of mine.
No, you're the witch. And you've rung your friend Jonesy.
Oh.
I'm going to stay with you for the weekend.
Yeah.
And then I'm like Paula Duncan running around the house like,
yeah.
got a call from Mr.
And then I
Fryer?
don't turn up and you go, phew, and you've got a clean house.
But I know if you're coming, you'll bring a carton of beer.
It's like one I saw, if you can't be bothered cleaning up, what you do is when friends come over, be in a dressing gown and just put some get well cards on the mantelpiece and so say, so I haven't had chats, I haven't been well. You get out of having to do anything. Right. I've got a stash of get well cards at home. I just pop them out when I need them.
How far are you away from putting a sign up on your porch saying,
don't come in here?
Keep knocking, I'm reloading.
It's another one you can, another thing you can do is if it's messy, just put some white powder around the skirting boards and say, sorry, there was a crime. They've been dusting for fingerprints. The police wrecked the place. I'm not allowed to touch it.
Everyone, don't go and visit Amanda. But I'm learning.
You've been warned.
Jonesy and Amanda's Jam Nation
podcast.
Now, I'm so happy to see that the Sirius building is ready to take on its new residents.
For those who don't know, explain what the Sirius building is.
It's the brutalist, that's what they call it, it's a brutalist style.
It's little squares. It's like celebrity squares.
You're coming over the Harbour Bridge right now and you're driving towards North Sydney. You can see the Sirius building. You, old mate there in the red Corolla, see? Look, now. That's the Sirius building.
And what's the history of the Sirius building?
1978, all that area of the rocks there was all housing commission, social housing, as they like to call it these days. And there was a lot of protests because they got rid of a lot of the people that lived in that particular area of the rocks.
Well, they had to fight hard to save the rocks. The rocks was going to be demolished. Jack Mundy and the BLF, they all, we tar them with the brush of being aggressors, but they saved the rocks.
And this has happened in history when they built the Harbour Bridge. They just came along and said, see, mate, your house is going, we're putting a bridge through here. And so the building, the Sirius building was going to be demolished. It got sold in 2019. It was going to be demolished. They were going to pull the whole thing down and put, I don't know, some other structure up.
Well, it's in a prime real estate position.
Prime real estate, but very impractical as far as the size of the apartments go, the parking and all that sort of stuff. Because when it was completed in 1980, I know that sounds like recent times, but that's pretty old these days. But it's part of our city landscape. And at the time they had a rally, and I never go to rallies or anything like that, but I thought I really want the Sirius building to stay. So I was one of those. I didn't carry a placard. I wish I did.
Did you march or just stand there?
I stood there. Tim Ross rang me. He said, oh, mate, why don't you come along to this? And I went along and he did a little speech because he's into architecture. And I could see the importance of the building. So the government at the time sold it for $140 million.
This is the Berejiklian state government?
And that money was then meant to be tipped into social housing because the poor people that lived there, you remember that old lady?
Yeah.
I met her. She was living there.
So
she was the last resident.
They all had to go, and obviously this new expensive building wasn't going to be for social housing.
No.
So they said they'd use that money to make more social housing. And have they? And will they?
Well, do you trust the government? And that's the thing. I knew that they would renege on the promise. But my bigger thing was about the structure of the building, keeping that integrity there.
And they have. They've done an incredible job. They've dropped in new squares of the celebrity squares.
This was on the news last night.
How important was it to keep the brutalist bones of the building?
It was really important, being able to show the building as it was and to differentiate between what was new and old.
The new distinctive copper pods will slowly age with the building and eventually turn green.
It's probably taken 12 months to install the copper from start to finish, and you can see some of it starting to age quite nicely now.
It's already out of warranty.
You know, though, how much they're selling for now? They look incredible. I saw it on the news last night. Most of the apartments, I think, have already been sold, ranging from 1.6 million to 35 million, because the views are spectacular. Some of them have full wraparound balconies. They would be the 35 million, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Sorry, the building's green.
But still, I bought a tea towel.
Yeah.
So I bought 2 tea towels. I bought one for Tim Ross as well. He said he'd pay me back. Never did.
Oh, your heart is so big.
Good on you, Sirius.
Jam Nation.
We're just at ground right now.
Who wants some free money?
Instant.
Going fast.
Moolah.
I like the sound of that.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Instagram.
You cannot be serious. You've got 10 questions, 60 seconds on the clock. You could pass if you don't know an answer. We'll come back to that question if time permits. If you get all the questions right, $1,000.
You can turn it into $2,000 by answering one bonus question, but it's double or nothing.
We were cool, calm and collected yesterday, weren't we? I thought we were going to get it yesterday.
Didn't get all the way through, unfortunately.
Penny's in Milperra.
Hi, Penny.
Hi.
Hello. Let's see what we can do for you today. 10 questions, 60 seconds. We always say if you're not sure, say pass, because we usually have time to come back, all right?
Yes.
Penny, here we go. Good luck. Here comes question number 1. Which season comes after winter?
Spring.
Question 2. What's a baby kangaroo called?
Joey.
Question 3. Traditionally, what colour are school shoes?
Black.
Question 4. In which Australian state or territory would you find Mona?
Tasmania.
Question 5. True or false? The world's oldest tree is in England.
Pass.
Question 6. A black coffee has no what?
Milk.
Question 7. Tim Cook is the CEO for which tech company?
Pass.
Question 8. Who was Liza Minnelli's famous mother?
Pass.
Question 9. Mount Everest is found in which mountain range?
Pass.
Question 10. Albert Einstein was born in which country?
England.
I know, by then you've kind of given up, haven't you? He was born in Germany.
Judy Garland. Yeah.
Judy Garland, that was Liza Minnelli's mum, yes. The world's oldest tree is in England, true or false? It's false, it's in California. A Methuselah tree, it's nearly 5,000 years old.
Whoa.
Wow. Tim Cook is the CEO for Apple. And Mount Everest is found in the Himalayas.
Of course.
Oh, I'm sorry, Penny. $100 for getting on with, and thank you.
Oh, thanks, guys. You're beautiful people.
Oh,
You
aren't
are
you
beautiful,
sweet?
Penny.
Thank you.
You got there in the end.
Thank you, Penny.
Tuesday and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Did you see on the news last night Jerome Luai? Luai. He's a fabulous player, isn't he? He's a great guy. He's from Penrith, and as he said himself, he doesn't have much experience in the surf.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so they were having a State of Origin recovery session at it's a new wave pool, isn't it?
Yeah, I want to go and take well, you said I wouldn't be able to take my sup out there. I wanted to see how a stand-up board would go on it because it's a short wave. I think it'd be good for a sup. And you said, no, go do that.
I don't think it's in the spirit of it, is it?
Well, I think
do you go in one at a time?
I don't know. I don't know if you're allowed to do it, but
you
said you forbade it.
I forbade it. Well, there they were having their State of Origin recovery session, all of them there. And poor old Jerome kind of got stuck.
The players were getting a surf lesson when Jerome Luai went rogue, hitting the water early. He's a beautiful mover on the land. The water isn't his happy place, and it's clear he was in trouble. And it was fortunate a friendly lifeguard came to his rescue. Jerome, are you okay?
Yeah, I think my life flashed before my eyes out there, but I almost died out there, so grateful to be alive.
It's proof that you can take the boy out of Penrith, but you can't take the Penrith out of the boy.
I feel for Jerome, instead of Daily Mail saying that he almost died, he wasn't that worried.
No, but he did have to be rescued. And we've got Hoppo from Bondi Rescue actually coming on our show today.
And really, that's a bit of a falsehood about being from Penrith. He's no good in the surf. Tell that to Mick Fanning.
Yeah.
He's from Penrith.
Yeah. He surfs a bit.
He knows how to surf.
But there can be times when being rescued is embarrassing. Jenna, Digital Jenna, who works with us here, was saying that her great uncle, who's about 90, recently had to be rescued from a children's playground. He was there with his grandchildren. He was crawling through the tunnel that you crawl through before you go down the slippery dip.
Yep.
And he got wedged. And the fireys had to come and cut him out.
It was like SAS Australia. You soft-belly celebrities.
Because when she first told us the story this morning, I thought it would happen when he was a kid. She said, no, it was a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, yeah. Children's playgrounds would be fraught with stuff like that.
Yeah. People overdoing what they think they're capable of. The oldies.
You seem to me to be someone that might have been rescued and stuck in something.
I've been rescued. The first time we moved to Sydney when I was, how old had I been? About 10, something like that. And our neighbours, who became great friends of ours on the day of the move, we were living in DY for a couple of years, said, we'll take the kids to the beach while you move house. And a sandbank disappeared underneath us and we had to be rescued. So imagine that, looking after someone else's kids. I remember clinging to her back and she's saying, everything's fine, everything's fine. Maybe it's because of that. I never, ever go in over my head in the surf, and if I can't feel the sand under my feet, hugely uncomfortable.
Can be very disconcerting. Maybe this is something the tribal drum would beat for.
Well, it doesn't have to be about the water, but let's call it embarrassing rescues.
Yeah.
Had to be saved from somewhere embarrassing. Maybe you fell over in the toilet. Maybe something awful like that happened and you had to be saved.
Jam Nation.
The tribal drum is beating, and this is on the strength of poor old Jerome Luai, who I feel incredibly sorry for, because on the news last night they had a press thing. They go out to the wave pool there.
Let's get the State of Origin guys having a recovery session so we can film them and go, isn't it great? Look at them bonding and doing quirky stuff. They should go on the wave machine out in Penrith, go in the wave pool. It's going to be great. He gets in a bit of trouble and has to be rescued.
And Jerome's taken a bodyboard, but he hasn't taken any flippers. So he's got no purchase in the water. And then someone's rescuing him. It's just terrible. I've had a situation where a leg rape snapped one time, so I'm just floating out in the surf. But then all these concerned citizens, there's a man stuck out there. I'm going, great.
But luckily they came to see you.
No, it was okay, but my board was bashing up on the rocks and clubbies come over. Man, what are you doing, James?
Well, it's not as embarrassing as Jenna, who works with us. Her great uncle, who's 90, had to be rescued just a few weeks ago from a children's play area when he got wedged in a tunnel. That's embarrassing.
There's no coming back.
There's no coming back from that. So that's what the tribal drum is beating for, embarrassing rescues.
Lisa's with us.
Hello, Lisa.
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Very well. What happened?
I was having lunch with an older lady, and she'd had quite a few glasses of wine and said, just excuse me, I have to go to the bathroom. About 20 minutes later, she hadn't come back. And so I got a bit concerned, and I went in to find her, to find that the stall that she was in was locked, and she was up against the door, passed out.
Oh!
And she had, pulled her pants down to go to the bathroom and just passed out. So she was, her modesty wasn't covered up and she was kind of in a crumpled heap on the floor.
No, and you couldn't open the door.
No, and then I had to try and get her awake, or stay awake long enough to say, okay, let's try pulling our pants up and let's try getting the door open and getting our shoes back on. And it went backwards and forwards for quite some time until we could get her extricated from the toilet.
If you're with the elderly, you got to feed them mid-strength. That's something I've learned.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what someone said to you?
No.
Give him mid-strength. Wow.
Very good.
That's tough.
As you get older, your tolerance to alcohol gets way less.
Yeah. Well, when I had my hip replacement, I sort of had a moment of passing out on the bathroom floor, and this fabulous nurse came in. She said, well, there's a whole lot of orderlies who are about to come in here, so how about we pull your pants up? So, yes, thank you. I appreciate that.
Your modesty.
I know. You're grateful when people think of that stuff.
Lauren's with us.
Hello, Lauren.
Hi, how are you?
Very well. What was the embarrassing rescue?
My husband's had to deal with a few embarrassing rescues from me. Originally, we'd only been together for about a year when I fell out of the bed and got my head stuck down between the bed and the bedside table because I thought spiders were catching me. So he had to sort of pull me out. And I'm a bit of a Rubenesque love and I didn't have anything on. So it was a very quick way to get to know each other very well. And then I had a situation where we'd been living overseas on our flight back home. I'm diabetic and I use syringes, and I dropped the tip, I think, of the needle down the side of the seat in front of me, and I was sitting against the window, so it's sort of down in that little curvy bit.
Yeah.
And I reached in to get it, and then I couldn't get my head back out. So he was having a great time having a laugh at me because it just was a ridiculous situation. But we had to sort of get a bit of help and try and keep my dignity and
pull your head
still
out.
with me 20 years later. Had to pull my head out.
I think it's in it for the laughs, Lauren.
Your head's been stuck twice.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah, no.
How did you even come into this world?
Cesarean, obviously.
Thank you, Lauren.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
It's going to blow your mind. It's amazing. I think they like it. I believe this is going to be our finest hour.
Okay, smarty pants.
Show me what you got.
Poor old Jerome Luai went for a bit of a swim in the wave pool, neck minute.
The players were getting a surf lesson when Jerome Luai went rogue, hitting the water early. He's a beautiful mover on the land. The water isn't his happy place, and it's clear he was in trouble. And it was fortunate a friendly lifeguard came to his rescue. Jerome, are you okay?
Yeah, I think my life flashed before my eyes out there, but I almost died out there, so grateful to be alive.
It's proof that you can take the boy out of Penrith, but you can't take the Penrith out of the boy.
Tell that to Mick Fanning.
He's from Penrith. But how embarrassing. I mean, he wasn't in danger.
No.
But all the press were there. Let's see the team relaxing, and then he gets
and
rescued.
You could see Jerome saying, I'm just going to be a meme. I'm going to be a meme.
Yeah, as if his teammates will ever mention it ever again.
The tribal drummer's beating.
Embarrassing rescues. Melissa, who needed to be rescued?
It was me, Jones and Amanda. I had to be rescued off the ropes course at Taronga Zoo.
What happened?
We were on a team bonding session, and that was the end of the day activity. So I don't have a fear of heights. It's a fear of not having something underneath me. Got through the first couple of stages, no problem. Got to the third stage and absolutely froze. Could not go any further. I had kids going past me. The rest of my team went past me, and I had to put my hand up and wait 20 minutes for staff to come on and winch me down.
Oh, no, in front of all your work colleagues and things.
In front of all my work colleagues, and as I was winched down, my leg caught the platform and scraped all of my leg as well.
Oh, Melissa.
Yeah, and when
last
you freeze,
activity of the day.
Last one of the day, but when you freeze...
Yeah, well, there's nothing you can do. Oh, were you relieved to be down or just embarrassed?
I've never been happier to see the ground, but yes, I was mortified and cannot even look at a ropes course like that again.
And that's a whole performance thing, you know that, because they'll go, oh, Melissa, she's not going to be able to do anything.
Well, they see that's the whole point of those ropes courses. That's right. It's to see your performance in the workplace, etc., to see if you can test yourself, all that boring stuff.
Did you move on up through the company?
I'm still here.
Oh, you're still there? Are you the boss?
No, not yet. One day.
Yeah, okay.
One day,
Well,
Melissa.
maybe go go-karting instead.
Yeah. Thanks, Melissa. Hello, Colin.
Hey, how are you doing?
Very well. Was it you that had to be rescued?
Unfortunately, it was, yes. When I was younger, we used to go to a place in England called Hampsley Forest, like for the public holidays, play rounders, hang out and what have you. I went along with my neighbour one time, and as a boy, about 10-year-old, I think I was just exploring, and I sort of slipped on a tree and fell into the river. Probably didn't really fall in as such, but just, I was a bit of a wuss, I guess, because I got wet. I was very, I was quite embarrassed by it all. Then what made it more embarrassing was that I had to be rescued by a girl.
Yep.
Because I couldn't get out. But the thing that I kept bleating on about was I'd lost my biscuit, and I needed my biscuit rescuing, and that was all. That was my concern at the time, and for probably years, our neighbour, she used to tease me about that constantly. Yeah.
I can imagine.
So you became known as the biscuit boy.
Yeah, the biscuit boy, rescued by a girl and crying over your biscuit.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, it was pretty embarrassing. Yeah.
Colin, thank you for sharing. You are absolved of your embarrassment.
Colin, or biscuit boy.
As we will now call you.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation Podcast.
WSFM, hello there. It's Jonesy and Amanda. Down to the Jonesy and Amanda arms for the pub test at 12 to 8. Joe Biden, does he pass the pub test?
So we thought we'd ask this question. It's not about whether you prefer Biden or Trump. This question is, say you're a Democrat, do you stick with Joe Biden? Because we saw how he performed at that debate. It was excruciating to see. He's 81 years old. He'll be actually, I think, 85 or 86 when he wraps up his next term, if he gets in. But I wonder if they've left it too late. You've only got 4 months till the election. It's like a parachute. If the parachute isn't working and you pull the cord, your reserve chute comes down. A year ago, they could have found somebody else. They've got 4 months to go. If you pull the reserve chute too late, it all ends in disaster. And they're up against, they're against the most terrifying person of their lives, which is Donald Trump. In the Democrats' eyes, this is an election that really matters. It's not just both parties are the same. Huge changes.
Joe Biden said this.
Do you really believe you're not behind right now?
I think it's all pollsters I talk to tell me it's a toss-up.
If you can be convinced that you cannot defeat Donald Trump, will you stand down?
It depends if the Lord Almighty comes down and tells me that, I might do that.
Okay. And Donald Trump said this.
It looks to me like he may very well stay in. He's got an ego and he doesn't want to quit.
It's true. It is his ego. He's thinking back to the old days where he was old Joe Biden.
Yeah.
I would rather elect a head in a jar than Donald Trump if I was a Democrat. And maybe that's where they are now. Some Democrats are saying it's all hands on deck, guys, because if we don't want Trump, we have to back this guy. We don't have time.
Yeah.
Others are saying this guy's not the guy. What do you do? What would you do? Would you still stick with him, Brendan?
It's a tough one. John Howard came out. He was very diplomatic, but John Howard is of a similar vintage to Joe Biden. It's interesting to know Paul Keating, who was our Prime Minister 30 years ago, he is 80.
Yeah.
So Paul Keating retired 30 years ago.
Donald Trump is 78.
I know
so it's
that.
it's more how the brand of being strong. And that's what is hard to see in that older man. It really is. I mean, most people would say he's not ideal.
Yep. But everyone slagged Ronald Reagan when he was president. He was 67 when he started.
The oldest one they'd ever had.
Yeah.
What do you do? And we're not asking Democrat, Republican. If you're a Democrat, do you stick with him or don't you? So Joe Biden, does he pass the pub test?
Jam Nation.
Can't all be about just lifting Jerome Luai out of a wave pool. Important work happens at Bondi Beach every summer. Season 18 of Bondi Rescue kicks off tonight at 7:30. Apparently, this season was the busiest ever for the guys from Bondi Rescue. And Hoppo joins us now. Hi, Hoppo.
Rescue us all, Hoppo.
Hello, Jonesy and Amanda. How are you?
We're very well. So apparently last summer was the busiest one ever. 123 rescues just in one shift. What was going on?
Yeah, it was a massive day. It all lined up. We had a sunny day. We had 30,000 people. There was an easterly swell, which makes a lot of water move around the bay. And so the rips are really bad. So it was just all came together on one day. And it was a massive day that we had. And probably the biggest that I've had off at least 10 to 12 years, I reckon.
I always watch that show and I just enjoy it very much. But the story that always sticks with me is the guy that was bitten on his penis by his dog because he was throwing the ball to the dog and he chose to put the ball between his legs and the dog just went chunk and you had to deal with that.
Yeah, that was an unusual one. We get plenty of unusual first aids at Bondi.
Wow.
And, I don't know, we had to draw straws on who was going to actually do the first aid and patch him up.
Right.
Wow.
What sort of first aid do you do there, Hoppo, on that?
Well, it's not much. I mean, there's a bit of bleeding, so we gave him a bit of padding there. He can just hold it. And they had to go to hospital and get a few stitches. But, yeah, I bet you he won't be putting the ball back between his legs again.
No. Are you finding more people are being rescued because we've got more tourists or people who live here who don't know how to use the water these days?
Yeah, it's more, I think, people have moved here because majority, probably 65, 70% of our rescues are people that are actually living in Australia. So I think they've moved here that haven't had the background of living around water and ocean overseas, and they come here and want to be a part of the Australian culture and go to the beaches, and then they get themselves into trouble.
And if you go to beaches in the Middle East or the European areas, they just don't have the rips that we have here.
No, that's right. It's all pretty flat and small and calm, and that's why I think when they come to Bondi, where the rips are looks quite calm. So they go in a steeper water and they get themselves into trouble. But we always say just float and go with the flow of the water, and that will 90% of the time will take you across the sandbank. So we just try to educate people on how to deal with rips when they're in them.
Maybe you should set up the lifeguard tower right near the end of the rip, so someone just floats along and then
you scoop them out with a big net.
And there's you with the balm ready to apply it wherever you need to. Maybe that's
a great idea. I might the next meeting we have at the beach here, I might raise that and say Jonesy's recommended a new technique.
Yeah, Hoppo, mention Jonesy's name. Leave mine out of it if you don't mind.
Well, hang on. How are your fingerprints on this? I came up with the idea. Well, Hoppo, it's always great to talk to you. Season 18 of Bondi Rescue kicks off tonight at 7:30, only on Channel 10 and 10 Play. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Take care, Hoppo.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation Podcast. We're not gonna take it.
I want you to get up right now.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I am as mad as hell. I'm not gonna take this anymore.
Down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test today. Joe Biden, does he pass the pub test?
Yes, we're not asking the question, do you want Joe Biden? Well, we're Australian, but if you know what I mean. Who would you prefer as the leader, Joe Biden or Donald Trump? If you're a Democrat, do you pull the pin on Joe Biden? Or there's so much at stake, it's all hands on deck, there's too much to lose, you vote for a head in a jar, who cares as long as it's not Trump? Or do you think you've still got time to replace him with someone who can fight?
Do you think as well, though, Joe Biden, he's come out and he said, okay, fellow Democrats, if you want to, put your hand up, do it, and no one's doing it.
But he is.
So who's the next person? I don't even know who the next person is.
That's the thing. No one's saying, hey, Kamala, we want you.
Yeah.
There's a different process. They don't
wouldn't
have
be able to give you a straight answer.
They don't
That's
have the
her
political spill in the same way that we do. It's a very different process, but they're going to, it's only 4 months until the election.
Mm-hmm.
As I said before, it's almost like when do you choose to pull the reserve chute? They've left it too late, I think, for the reserve chute.
When they're giving the guy handouts on how to get to the lectern, pictures of actually how to get to the lectern, that concerns me.
Well, he's got a team behind him. And when you look at what's at stake for America right now, I would still choose Biden. Because I think it's a year ago, move on, get someone else. You're going to just splinter your vote right now. Get behind him and stick to it, I would say. That's all you've got. How do you feel? Joe Biden right now, and sticking with him, does it pass the pub test?
Doesn't pass the pub test. I was thinking about it last night. The Americans have a lower age limit for president. They should have an upper one. I'm saying about under 76. And if you make it to the first term, but you pass 76, you can't have a second term.
No, I reckon Michelle Obama, I'll call her up. She's the one that they're going to call up. She's the shining light in the darkness. And I think she'll be the one that'll take over from Joe. Joe will retire right off into the sunset, and that's life.
My parents are elderly and they ramble a bit, but I think the leader of the free world should be able to put a couple of sentences together. So, no, he doesn't pass the pub test.
Interesting times and dangerous times. It's a lot at stake. Well, coming up next, as I said, we live in interesting...
Nice segue. It's not that bad.
No, but
Let's not be
it is.
too
It is. Have you seen what Donald Trump's plan for 2025 is?
I will say
Have you seen that?
I will say
the parties are not the same.
If we didn't have the pandemic, we'd be at the end of Donald Trump's second term. That's what would have happened, and everyone would be blissfully unaware. Unfortunately, he mucked up the handling of the COVID pandemic, and he got voted
But I'm
out.
talking about reproductive rights. I'm talking about women's rights. I'm talking about all that stuff.
What I'm saying to you.
What are you saying?
I'm just saying if Trump got in, it's not going to be the end of the world. It will be okay. The world will go on.
The world will go on, but it will be different. No, he is different. He is different. He's setting up a dictatorship. He's different.
Jonesy and Amanda. Sam Nation. Podcast.
You know, we live in a world where everyone's... here's me saying this. I work on a radio show where I can mouth my opinions, but everyone has an opinion and everyone can mouth their opinions, it seems. And some people maybe shouldn't. We often look at these people and we think they should keep their pie hole shut. But some of these people are really big mouthpieces. There's a woman called Candace Owens. She's an American conservative political commentator. And this is what she said the other day.
And my poor husband, he rolls over. He's like, what are you reading? And I feel like a regular wife says something, I don't know, maybe a love series, Nora Roberts, sweeping her away. Me, on the other hand, he rolled over, he asked me, and I said, I'm reading a flat earth theory. And it dawned into an entire conversation. He's like, why are you reading a flat earth theory? And I'm like, because somebody messaged me on Connect about it, and they included some links, and I'm just reading them. I don't know. I'm just an interested person. No matter what, if there's a bunch of people that believe something, I now want to know what it is that they believe. And, of course, he pushed me on this, and he was talking about the earth curvature and science. And I said to him, listen, I'm not a flat earther. I'm not a round earther. Actually, what I am is I am somebody who has left the cult of science. I have left the mega church of science, because what I have now realized is that science, what it is actually, if you think about it, is a pagan faith.
Oh.
Wow. I've left the church of science. I'm choosing not to believe in science. So she's filming that on a recording device. She's got up in the morning. She's used her hairdryer. She's taken some medicine maybe. Yeah. She's driven in her car. She's all these things that you can't cherry pick what science is. That's what I find extraordinary. There's another woman. We don't have time to play because all these flat earthers are driving me crazy. She said, I'll only believe that the globe is round if NASA and only NASA shows me a photo of a boat upside down on the other side of it.
What, so like a kid's drawing?
Yeah. Until she sees a photo of that from NASA. Right. Someone else has said, and this person is a big American YouTuber, this person has said, we don't need gravity because we don't need it anymore, and I wish they'd never invented it. And she said that Sir Isaac Newton had invented gravity and she doesn't need it anymore.
Well, my bum would agree with that.
These people are friggin' idiots.
Jam Nation.
You know what I like about a radio station is you get a person like Mark who comes to us and says, oh, look, I'm putting this car show on. I want to raise some money for this young lady, Karina, who's got 5 kids. She's got MS. She's raised money for the Westpac helicopter in the past. She's got this MS. She needs to get some stem cell treatment.
Yeah, and the stem cell treatment we've heard won't save her life, but it will improve the quality of her life. And yes, so there's a Cars for a Karina, it's called. This is how it all started. He drew attention to this. Morris at Showground, August 11, $10 entry, that's all it is, and that money will go to her. Mm-hmm. That's where it started. And then we thought we'd chat to her husband to see what life's like. She's got 5 kids under the age of 10. Some days she can't get out of bed, and it is her older children, the oldest who's 10, to look after the baby. She was diagnosed not long after the baby was born, so it's been really hard.
And they need to get 80,000. Since we started talking about this with the GoFundMe call out yesterday, we've raised $4,000 since yesterday. So that's good.
Yeah, you and I have chipped in, as have so many people. Thank you for your generosity.
Put in whatever you wanted, but if you put in a daily coffee, even $5, it doesn't matter.
It all adds up. Well, we thought we'd get in touch with Danny. He's worked at Westpac Helicopter for 7 years. He's been the person who has worked, I guess, to receive the incredible funds that Karina has raised over the years. Hello, Danny.
Good morning, team. How are we?
We're very well. Tell us how you first met Karina.
It was just a very fortunate phone call. The family was putting on an event based on their passion of V-dubs, and they said, we want to raise and donate the money to the Westpac Rescue Helicopter. That was in 2020, and I just was blown away by just such a young family, so passionate about their hobby and their interest of cars, and they pulled together an amazing event which raised a few dollars. And then within less than 12 months later, I was getting a phone call from Karina and Bo to let me know they actually were out on the lake and there was a bit of a skiing accident where the rescue helicopter actually got called and had to airlift Karina back to the John Hunter Hospital. And from that moment, it sort of, I guess for them, galvanised why they were raising money for the rescue helicopter, because they'd had that first-hand experience.
Yeah.
And the relationship between myself and the family really sort of got stronger, and we continued to sort of work together on and building their vision of the car show. And at the same time, Karina was diagnosed with MS, and I honestly, and we had the conversation where we said, look, you need to look after you. And and it was that look of determination in her eyes was, no, I'm still not letting this defeat me. I'm still going to continue to raise money for the rescue helicopter, which they have continued to do so. And only just last month, they raised even more money with the event being held in torrential rain.
So how much would Karina raised, do you reckon, Danny?
Just under $40,000,
wow,
which is incredible. It's just, and that's a lot of effort, and that's bringing together her community of VW enthusiasts and the broader community, which is just incredible to think that Karina and her family have been able to do that in light of what they're facing in their own personal behind the scenes. It's just remarkable, and it gives you goosebumps.
Yeah.
She sounds like a remarkable person.
Mm-hmm. So we're on the case here. Yeah.
Incredible.
And so if anything, if we can get this thing up to $40,000, what she's chipped in there, that'd be great. But also just plugging the show. If you go along there, it's $10 entry fee on the 11th of August. You just go along there, you pay your $10 and you go and just see some old combis.
Yeah, we're going to also see what we can do to help the family out.
Yeah.
Danny, thank you for talking
Good on
to
you,
us
Danny.
and drawing attention to the amazing work she's done.
Absolute pleasure, and thank you for highlighting what they've been able to do. It's pretty special.
All right, thank
Good
you,
man.
Danny.
Thank you. We've got all the details on how you can contribute on our socials.
Absolutely.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Are you a rubbish bin pedant?
Yes.
Like you've got
Yes,
your green bin, you've got your
yellow bin.
recycling, and you've got your regular bin.
I was looking forward to the Fogo bin.
We've
but-
got a Fogo.
Yeah, I don't like it now. I'm off the Fogo.
A Fogo in summer isn't a good thing.
Yeah.
Because you pretty much have to keep it on your kitchen bench, and it just then fills with maggots.
Yeah. Who wouldn't want that?
Who doesn't
Who
want
wouldn't
that?
want that on their kitchen bench?
You know what's weird is New York City has only just started to introduce rubbish bins. Have you been to New York City? You walk along and there are garbage bags.
They have big bags.
On the side of the street. And I always just, it looks hugely untidy, as you can imagine. But it didn't occur to me, they don't have bins. How weird's this? So they're just introducing them. They are getting the most basic of sanitation requirements now. The New York City mayor has said he's going to introduce official rubbish, recycling and compost bins. They've never had them. So what they've done at the moment, there are 8 million residents in New York, and they just put their rubbish out on the street, 6 billion tonnes of it. They put their rubbish out on the street and overnight, presumably at some point it gets collected. I've been there during a garbage strike.
Ugh.
That was horrendous. And they're wondering why they have rats. Even the commissioner for the Department of Sanitation has said, no wonder we have a rat problem. We have historically left 6 billion tonnes of rubbish out for them to eat every year. How weird. Because, you know, if you let the smallest bit of sanitation go, apparently that a couple of years ago, they stopped street sweepers and bubonic plague returned. These are small incremental things that can turn you can turn on its head and disease comes back.
Yep.
How weird.
Have you seen the bin situation here in our new building?
It does, mate.
There's
It
6
actually is very
bins.
stressful. There's 6 bins. There's recycling, but there's also mixed recycling. I don't know the difference. There's landfill, there's organics, there's one for coffee cups, but a separate one for the coffee lid.
And they've even got Grant Denyer guiding people on what choice you're going to make.
It is very...
It's more complex than Deal or No Deal.
You missed the orientation when we first moved into this building. I had to do the orientation, and then because I did the orientation, I had to get a QR code that allowed me to get a keep cup.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't do it. Also, I had to be shown how to sit on a chair.
Which you still haven't mastered. You've fallen off it twice. It's 8:45.
The New Yorkers would go crazy in here.
Jonesy and Amanda's Jam Nation
Podcast.
Everybody shout! Come on now, sing out! It's time for the Ghoulies get together.
$20,000, that's what you will get if you're our favourite ghoulie of the year.
What have we got today?
Hi, Jonesy and Amanda. What gets my ghoulies is when my mum starts her sentences and she doesn't finish them. That's what gets my ghoulies.
Oh, how cute
Really
is that? I love that one. I was going to say more, but I've forgotten. What else have we got?
What gets my ghoulies is trying to prove I'm not a robot. I'm onto my third screen. I've done stairs, I've done bikes, and now I'm onto traffic lights. It's just, the photos are so grainy, it's really hard to see if there's anything there. And all I want is service on my washing machine. That's what gets my ghoulie.
That's another great ghoulie. It is so true. And I got one the other day
And
for
then
cars.
is it part of a car?
Yeah,
Or?
and the street signs. I can't tell. It was so small. The images are so small.
What's your go-to? What do you always
I get stairs and cars.
I get
and street
motorbikes all the
signs.
time.
Do you?
Yeah. Is it algorithmic?
Then I should be getting jewellery.
Out with the bad and with the good. If you dipped out, it doesn't matter. You can always join us via the iHeartRadio app. It's 4 to 9.
Our favourite call, email or Facebook friend wins a double pass to Chicago the Musical on now at the Capitol Theatre till 28th of July. Book at chicagomusical.com.au.
I've just incorporated whistling into part of our act lately. What do you think?
Well, don't bring me into this. It's your act and yours
No,
alone.
I'm just saying, when you say something, I can do a... Or, what do you think?
Well, let's try this one.
Working?
Let's see if you can find an appropriate whistle for this. Jerome Luai has made waves. He was rescued from a surf pool during a State of Origin recovery session. Wow. The tribal drum, give us one here, was beating for embarrassing rescues. Is that your whistle?
No, I was just thinking he was going to play Jerome stuck in the pool.
The players were getting a surf lesson when Jerome Luai went rogue, hitting the water early. He's a beautiful mover on the land. The water isn't his happy place, and it's clear he was in trouble. And it was fortunate a friendly lifeguard came to his rescue. Jerome, are you okay?
Yeah, I think my life flashed before my eyes out there, but I almost died out there, so grateful to be alive.
It's proof that you can take the boy out of Penrith, but you can't take the Penrith out of the boy.
How embarrassing
Mick
for
Fanning,
him.
anyone? He's from Penrith.
I know, but how embarrassing. He probably wasn't going to drown. But having said that, all the press are there. Oh, look at him. He has to get help from the girl.
What about poor old Lauren from Padstow?
My husband had to deal with a few embarrassing rescues from me. Originally, we'd only been together for about a year when I fell out of the bed and got my head stuck down between the bed and the bedside table because I thought spiders were catching me. So he had to sort of pull me out. And I'm a bit of a Rubenesque love, and I didn't have anything on. So it was a very quick way to get to know each other very well.
Righto, you two. That's enough.
Ugly Phil's up next with WSFM's greatest prize of all time.
We'll be back from 6 tonight for Jam Nation. Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tears, baby, dear, from your eyes.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Jam Nation Podcast. Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.